Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita tells, Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatparaha sayyatendriyaha. A person endowed with faith, he alone is blessed with the wisdom. Tatparaha. And he is committed for that. Commitment is necessary. But normally what happens, the intellectuals are victims of their own thinking. And therefore, they lack Shraddha or faith. And it is mistaken that faith is, I don't believe in blind faith. Friends, faith is always blind. When you know, you don't require faith. See? Our very existence is based on blind faith. And that blind faith is inner strength. It is not a weakness. That alone proves our own existence. If you take, for example, none of us ever know where from we were dropped in this world. Somebody tells us, this is your mother. So do we know? We accept it blindly. Thereafter, that mother tells us, this is your father. Do we know? We accept it blindly. So in the area of ignorance, in the area of unknown world, faith is the only inner strength. And with that faith alone, we can start our spiritual practice. See? Now, there are 3 stages through which every seeker has to go. One stage is activity called as karma. And then we keep on working hard and achieving success, etc. Such workaholics, they are extremely proud of their success because they are working hard. See? I'll tell you one small story. There was one Maharaj, Swamiji, and he had a disciple sitting next to him. One person came to meet Maharaj. Yes. Unless we work hard, nothing is possible, is it not? So Maharaj said, yes, you are right. And he went away. Then the second person came. He said, Maharaj, we may work hard, but unless there is a divine grace, we can't succeed. Is it not? So Maharaj said, yes, you are right. The third person came and he said, Khuda meherban to gadha pahalwan. If God wants, anything is possible. Then that Maharaj said, yes. So when these 3 types of different examples were given, this disciple, he said, Maharaj, what is this? To everybody you are telling yes, yes, yes. What is the truth? I want to know. Whether karma is important or karma plus devotion is important or only devotion will take care of everything. What is important? Then he said, okay, I'll reply your question. Was I talking to you? No. I was talking to them. Why did you hear? Many of us, we go to the Mahatmas only to get a certification of our views. Exactly this is what in the first chapter Arjuna did. He has already taken a decision. Etanna hantumichhami gnatopi Madhusudana. Hey Madhusudana, I do not want to kill them. Apitrailokya rajasya kimnu hetu mahikrute. What to talk of this world, even for the three worlds, I don't want to kill them. He has taken a decision. Be attentive. Intellectuals first take decisions and then start thinking. Intelligent people first think and then take decisions. Arjuna was an intellectual. And who is an intellectual? He who is argumentative. And such intellectuals are intelligently miserable. They justify. See, under this condition anybody will be miserable, and that I am. See, friends, we have to protect ourselves from this knife with two blades, both sides. See, friends, when we are living in this world, there are two distinct fields. One is the field of Shraddha or faith. Second is the field of inquiry. In the field of faith, don't bring your inquiry. In the field of the inquiry, inquire with faith. See, for example, you must have come across, there are many intellectuals, they write like this, those kinds of books I am not in favor. For example, our Ganeshji. Now, Ganeshji is a deity to be revered and invoked. That's it. But we intellectuals, what we do? We start dissecting the whole personality of Ganeshji. Ganeshji has got big stomach because he takes all our problems inside. Ganeshji has got big ears because he listens. Ganeshji has got only 1.5 tooth. The other tooth is broken because he was not using the proper toothpaste. See? This is not the meaning. See, friends, in the field of devotion, Shraddha, don't get lost in these kinds of topics. Another example I'll give you. When it comes to Ramayana, similarly, in the Ramayana, if you are devoted to Bhagwan Ram, chant his name beautifully. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. You don't have to worry to know the meaning. There is something called a Dravya Guna. Do we know how the Tylenol works? We don't know. Yet it works, is it not? In the same manner, don't worry about these mantras, how these mantras work. Don't worry about it. You start. When a great devotee was given a mantra by her guru, Shabri, that you chant this Ram Nam. So she asked, what is the meaning of this Ram? Don't worry about the meaning. You keep on chanting with faith and devotion. And she started. And she was told, the meaning of this word Ram will appear in front of you. And Bhagwan Ram went to her. Friends, faith can move mountains, provided our faith is stronger than the mountain. But our faith is on the roller coaster, so we push it and we go back. It has to be firm, it has to be strong. And when with this faith we start functioning in our life, then we will have a different perception of this world. The perception will be that every little thing that happens in our life is for our evolution. This is the first recognition of divine grace. Once I was in Kailash Manas, and when we are going, I saw Lord Shiva and Amma, Parvati. And Shivji was very much worried. So Parvati ji said, why are you worried? No, these days I am seeing many people are coming, particularly from Bombay, to do the pradakshina of this Kailash. If all of them become spiritual, what will happen to this world? We want every type of people here, good and bad. There cannot be absolute good, there cannot be absolute bad. It is only in relation to each other. See? So, Parvati said, don't worry, I'll take care. And Bhagavan asked, what will you do? She said, don't worry, but let me know also. I am your husband. So Amma told, I'll inject a Zika virus in their head. And that virus will start working. And what is that virus? Instead of remaining devoted to the Lord, 100%, 24/7, they will get lost only in arguments and logic. Argumentative people, logically crippled people can never understand the divine grace. For us, divine grace is what? When the things happen according to our choice, then we say, oh, by God's grace everything happened, as if we are obliging God or what? Friends, in every little event of our life, what we consider good and bad is nothing but the divine grace. And to invoke that devotion, here we have to practice upasana. See? Upasana is looking at an ordinary object and discovering beyond the obvious the absolute. See, friends, that is upasana. And once Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was asked, Bhagavan, Upanishad says, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Paramatma is formless, attributeless, Nirgun Nirakar. Then why these gods with various forms? So, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, when you can take a form, why not God take a form? See? Be attentive. Till such time we consider ourselves to be the body, we will never be able to have devotion for the Lord without body. See, friends. Therefore, when we are leading our life at this level, that is, this world is real and we want everything in our life and I am the body, till such time, this devotion to the Lord, upasana, is essential and it must be practiced. See, friends, many years before, in 80s, when I was going back from here, after staying for a few years, so many people used to give me various gods, and I used to have a personal temple, and there was such a big gathering of gods. I said, my God, what will I do with so many fellows? So, before going from here, I decided to distribute gods. See, anybody coming to do namaskar, give one god. And one person had given me one Ganeshji, the most ugly looking. I never liked him. No beauty in him. See, like you must have seen they show in the pictures the tribal art. There is no beauty in that. Like that type of Ganeshji. And I used to do puja every day. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapal. All the Shodashopachar puja, because there are nothing to do. Spend time doing puja. And when I was distributing various gods, and I was surprised, that Ganeshji whom I didn't like, I did not give to anybody. I didn't know, I started loving him. Friends, we all want an anchor in life. With that anchor, you can cross any hurdle in life. See, that anchor is invocation of inner strength. And that inner strength, nobody can help us unless we help ourselves. And it is here, upasana on a regular basis is the most important principle of life. See? So, till such time we consider ourselves to be body, see, till then we have to be engaged in all these paraphernalia. See? Now the next step. So with the body we do puja archa. We also have the speech. So we express through three channels: body, speech and mind. Now with the speech, what is to be achieved or what is to be done? So with the speech we are told, engage your speech in chanting the Lord's name. See friends. Now when we are chanting the Lord's name, this is a very subtle topic, be extremely attentive. When we are chanting the Lord's name, exactly what happens? See? We all suffer from one common problem, that our mind doesn't cooperate with us. This is a common problem for everybody. See? Mind runs here and there. And then what we do? We complain. See? Like many people come to us with the same thing. Swami, there is a complaint. I said, I know, from your age I can know. You have no inquiry, you have only complaint. Old people can only complain in life. Constant complaints. I said, don't complain. Start working on the mind with understanding. So, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, I am confused, there are so many gods, which god I should take? I said, start enumerating the god. So, he enumerated half a dozen. I said, you take this god. So, why? I said, don't ask questions. Why did you ask me? If you have to take your decision, do whatever you like. Who cares? No, I want to know. I said, no, I will not give answer. Because in the field of faith and devotion, there are no doubts and arguments. These argumentative people are extremely miserable in their life. See? So when we start chanting the Lord's name, see exactly what happens. First, worldly thoughts are pushed away when you keep on chanting Lord's name. I'll tell you one example. In my childhood it happened. Those of you who know Hindi, you will appreciate this. Some of you know Hindi? Good. I was a child like him, maybe. And those days there used to be Radio Ceylon. Used to come, very nice filmy songs. And I was very fond of Hindi filmy songs. And in the morning, 6 o'clock, start the radio and listen to the songs. And that day I heard the song, Teri pyari pyari surat ko kisi ki nazar na lage. And I was constantly listening and chanting it to myself. And in that mode, I went to the school. And after having gone to the school, I was never a good student. Therefore, I became a Babaji. See? Good students are you all. Therefore, you are so successful in life. Those who are good for nothing, they become Babaji. So, the teacher saw that I was not taking interest, not looking, you are studying. So she became angry. And she said, now you tell. And I didn't know what is the question. But that mantra was going on. And to that teacher, I told her, Teri pyari pyari surat ko. I got such a terrible beating in my life. The meaning of that song is, oh, your beautiful face is attracting me a lot. Now imagine a small child telling the school teacher this thing. Will he get the benefit of any compassion or nice beating? That day I discovered this. Begin your day chanting the Lord's name. Whole day your mind will be oriented for something higher. See? It's very important. But what we do? We take care of everything. Our house, our dress, our matching of clothes. See, my clothes are also matching. Even the rumal is matching. Why? We believe in matching. Our Indian ammas, they have got red, nail polish, red nail polish on their toes, and then they got the red clothes, the red bangles, red.com, red car, nothing wrong. Do take care, dress properly, nothing wrong. But what care we are taking of our mind? What kind of food we are giving to our mind? Here the fad is organic, organic, organic. As if there is inorganic food anywhere or what? Food is always organic. See? Nothing wrong. Follow, continue. But what care we have taken? What kind of food we give to our mind? See? There is one girl in Melbourne, I think. She is in class 10. She is so fond of and mad after that dumb Harry Potter. There is a stick like this in her hand. When she goes to the school, anywhere she goes, she has to carry it with her. If something happens, now a girl going in class 10, she must be about 15 years. See? What kind of food we give to our mind? But on the contrary, if you spend your time in this chanting the name of the Lord, unwanted thoughts will be automatically displaced and your mind will remain oriented for something higher in life. See? I'll tell you about this. This is called as upasana. All people in the world, they suffer never because of shortage of time. They all suffer because of excess of time. See? Old people, जाऊं तो जाऊं कहाँ, बाढ़ में जाओ. Constantly. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Because too much of time at our disposal. See, friends. Therefore, the best way to protect us from ourselves is this japa sadhana, this upasana. When you are busy in upasana, you start your day early in the morning. And if you have to start your day early in the morning, you will sleep early in the earlier evening. And when you sleep earlier, you won't see the horrible TV things going on. And then the same thing is in your head. And in the morning, we wake up very early, 10 o'clock. And then wake up like as if somebody has to push us. Therefore they call it, nature's call. When we are out of the sleep, we don't come out of the bed. So the lag period between coming out of the sleep and out of the bed, that lag period is the time where we destroy all our energy. See? So we are out of the sleep, then there is no more sleep, so we sleep, continue sleeping on the back. And even then back starts paining. Then we come on the left side. After some time, it starts paining. Then we come on the right side. Then that starts paining. 2 hours, 3 hours gone. Then we come on the stomach, Bhujangasana. And when we come on the stomach, then there is a pressure on the stomach. And then the nature's call comes. And therefore we get up naturally. Is this life? See, friends, this is worse than animals. We have to use this opportunity the Lord has given us for something higher in life. Otherwise, the same thing. See, friends, as we are proud of our material achievements, when you walk this path of devotion, you will attain something higher without pride. See, a devotee doesn't have the arrogance of achievement because he has already devoted himself at the feet of the Lord. And when we thus start chanting the Lord's name, first with the Vaikhari Vani, mind expresses at 4 stages. The speech with which I am talking to you is nothing but the mind. Mind grossified is words. So it is called as Parashruti Gochar. When others can hear, that is called as Vaikhari Vani. So we first of all chant the Lord's name with the Vaikhari Vani. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And this chanting with the Vaikhari Vani is done not like taking Ayurvedic medicine. How we take the Ayurvedic medicine? We put in our mouth without tasting, we want to gulp it and eat something sweet, ice cream, because so horrible taste. We chant Lord's name as if it is Ayurvedic medicine. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. And when it goes fast, it becomes like a text messaging to God. Jai Shri Krishna, 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 Jai Shri Krishna. Ultimately, JSK, 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 Jai Shri Krishna. That is not the way. Lord's name is chanted like you eat chocolate. How we eat the chocolate? We put the chocolate in the mouth, park it in a parking lot, and then keep on tasting it for a longer period of time. Same, we give it a try. I am not telling you out of books, I am telling you what I have gone through. See? So, take the Lord's name very slow, very comfortably. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. We are not in a hurry to complete the number of times we chant, but how much time we are with Him. See, normally you must have seen most of the people, they are worried about their number of malas they have to complete. See, if you suffer because of that, continue, finish it off. But after that is done, now start working. Be attentive. Chanting mantra is working on your mind. Because the mind is the God. See, the whole world is created only by the mind. When our mind is closed, as in deep sleep, where is the world? See, my friends, in this manner, when you start on a regular basis, slowly your Vaikhari Vani will become pure and your Vaikhari Vani will become mature. Mature means ripened. Like when the fruit is ripened on the tree, it detaches without any efforts. Exactly the same way. When you thus start chanting, it may take some time, But then it will stop and now it will migrate to your Madhyama Vani. Madhyama Vani means what? Now you are chanting, but others are not able to hear that. So whenever you are not busy with anybody or anything, your mind will be occupied with that chanting. I tell you what I do. I chant Hari Om. And I did a practice over this. We are in the mother's womb. That time is the first experience we gather, that of a rhythm. Because we are nearest to the mother's heart. So that time it is a rhythm. Tuck, 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 tuck. And therefore, when these mothers want to put the children to sleep because they are making a lot of noise, so what the mothers do, they keep their child in their lap and start a horrible kind of sound. And the child thinks it is better to keep quiet than to listen to this terrible thing. Rhythm. So catch some rhythm in your life. See? The first rhythm is, today my mala left somewhere. So rhythm is, take the bead in your hand, in your fingers, pull towards yourself. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Synchronization of movement of the beads, chanting by the mouth and keeping the mind together. These three factors, when they are perfectly synchronized. And if you are disturbed, you just touch the mala and it will start. This was told to me by one Mahatma in Vrindavan. When I went to meet him, he was a avadut, naked. He will never allow anybody to come to his room. So when I went there, he allowed me. He said, where is your mala? I said, I don't have. He abused me and told me, get out from here. Get some mala tomorrow. So I went and got the mala. And then he told me these things. These three things you have to synchronize. And when you attain perfect synchronization, then the moment the mala comes in your hand, your mind will stop going in the world and the rhythm will be set. Number one. Second time, oh, but I have forgotten the mala as I have done. So we are expert in finding excuse why we can't do something, isn't it? I want to do the japa, but mala is not there. How can I do? So there is a second rhythm. Suppose you are going for a walk. So with your steps, start. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. When you thus take any rhythm in life, doesn't matter what rhythm it is. You must have seen when you sit in the train and the train is going katak kat kat katak kat kat katak kat kat, and you with that you put any words. See? I am hungry, katak kat kat, I am hungry, it contains anything you say. The rhythm is the most important thing in our life. So catch that rhythm. If you go for a walk, instead of talking all rubbish, give it a try. Suppose you go for half an hour, 1 hour walk, with every step, chant the Lord's name. Normally what we do, hey, let us go for a solitary walk. Solitary walk cannot be with a company. It is all by yourself. See? Now, the third thing, you are neither walking nor you have got a mala in your hand. Then, never mind, the divine rhythm is our breathing. Breathe in Hari. Breathe out Om. Hari. Om. But this will be done by the Madhyama Vani, inside the mind, not by mouth. And with this rhythm, be very attentive. Our mind becomes integrated. Mind learns the art of being focused on anything that we are supposed to do, be attentive, without preparation. See, once I went somewhere for a talk in a very big corporate house. So they asked me, Swamiji, if you have got a printout, we can distribute among the people. I said, okay. I gave them a bunch of paper, all blank papers. I said, distribute this. No, you are not prepared your lecture? I said, no, I never prepare. Then how can you give? I said, I don't know. Then the second thing, do you want the facility for the PowerPoint? Those whose words carry no power, they want PowerPoint. They themselves forget what they have to talk. Therefore, they will be reading the same thing. It must come spontaneously from within. Spontaneity is our abidance in the truth. As spontaneously we breathe, do we prepare? Hey, don't disturb, I am breathing yaar. It is natural. To that same extent, when our mind is tuned with the divine name, such a mind remains, be attentive, at peace with itself. And a peaceful mind is the secret of success both in material life and in spiritual life. A disturbed mind can neither achieve success in the material life or in the spiritual life. See, our students have the same thing. My mood is not there, I will not study. Say, are you a slave to the mind or what? The mind should listen to us. How dare it say, I can't cooperate? See? Therefore, when we thus, with our speech, keep ourselves engaged and oriented for something higher. One more thing I'll tell you, try this. I'm telling you what I have done. Try this. On a regular basis, read the life stories of great masters. That keeps you inspired. See? Because they were also like you and me. They also have gone through all good and bad times. But when they could achieve something higher, we also can. See? Many times it happens. The seekers lose their own interest and they get bored. Yaar, enough of it is nothing. No. See? So, we take care of the speech. And such a person who is working on his mind, then a seeker is born. See? Thereafter, we come to the third instrument of expression called as our intellect. Now that mind which is purified through karma, that mind which is made single pointed by the upasana, then that mind is engaged in inquiry. See, technical terms are krutopasti and akrutopasti. Krutopasti means the one who has done upasana in life. For such people, it is easier to follow further. But those who have never done any upasana, then they get into meditation. And what is their meditation? A collective silent suffering. And then meditation में क्या करना है? पकोड़े बनाओ. See, friends. Then this meditation is the most misunderstood thing in the whole world. Any Tom, Dick and Harry wants to do meditation. And there are many crash courses in meditation. Level 1 meditation, level 2 meditation, level 3 meditation. In level 1 meditation, $1,000. Level 2 meditation, $2,000. Level 3 meditation, $3,000. And afterwards, regret for life. See, friends, in karma and upasana, wealth is required. To run this temple, yes, money is required. In upasana, you do puja, you offer prasada, money is required. But when it comes to spiritual life, money should not be involved. See, friends, but these people make a market out of it. So, meditation, you will not believe what I am telling you, but I have seen it. In London, I went somewhere and they gave me pamphlet. And in that, the various courses that we offer, Swamiji, these are the courses we offer, please bless us. And I was shocked. Meditation for early pregnancy. Where it is? That poor Patanjali must be turning in his grave. Come on, I never made it. See? Meditation is possible only if you have gone through these proper karma and proper upasana. There is a saying, "Sau chuhe khake billi haj chali." After having committed many crimes, then we go to the temple. See, friends, therefore, when we invoke this divine grace in our life, the things start changing within us. The first thing is our vision changes. And the vision change is, in every small little thing, divine grace is perceived. See, I'll tell you this upasana, to what extent it can lead us. I was somewhere in India, Pune. There was one old lady. I used to go to their house, and there was a big hall where we used to have our satsang, morning satsang. I was talking on Kathopanishad. And that old lady was about 98, not out. And she was L-shaped, old one like this. Only Agarbatti brand, if you do, she will fall down. That time. But so much dedicated in her devotion. No comparison to anybody. One day, when my lecture was going on, she came and sat. And after my lecture was over, she said, "Swamiji, today you were chanting and dancing Vitthala, 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 Vitthala. I really enjoyed that you can dance and you can chant Vitthala, Vitthala." And I was talking on Kathopanishad. See, for her, only Lord and nothing else. And when her great-grandson's marriage was to be performed, could you imagine what she said? See, that is the time I have to read the Charitra of Kulecha, that means Sudama to Bhagavan Krishna. That is the topic today. If I come for the marriage, he will be waiting for me. I can't keep him waiting. Do one thing, finish your marriage and come to me, then I will bless you. See, friends, a total withdrawal from the worldly activities, the complete devoted to the Lord and nothing else. Friends, in the old age particularly, we must have strict discipline. See, what time we get up, what kind of upasana we do, be strictly following that. But if you are not following that, then what most of the houses, this is a big problem. Oldies are a big problem for the youngsters in every house. The children will be waking up late, 8, 9 o'clock. Because they study, they are all nishacharas, demons. So they study late at night and then wake up late in the morning. Now the oldies in the house, they have no problem of waking up in the morning because whole night they were not sleeping. Where do they get the sleep? Then they will start bugging those youngsters in the family. Why they don't do this? When we were children, who cares for your old memories? Because they are not occupied with the upasana, they start bugging the people in the family. Stop that. There is one shloka which tells, Na prishtaha kasyachid bruyat na cha anyaye na cha pruchataha janan apihi medhavi jadavallokamachareth. Don't give your advice unless it is sincerely sought. But we keep, because we are old. Old people, these are the symptoms of the old person. They want to teach the whole world. See? Don't do that. Focus your attention on upasana. See? And the more you do this upasana, you will be self-oriented. And in that self-orientation alone, life will be fulfilled. See? Otherwise, whole life goes only in that. What is the breakfast tomorrow? Attakulu? No, yesterday only you made it. You make something different. Whole life eating. Get out of that. And this is possible only by upasana. And when we do this upasana, be attentive. Upasana is external activity diverted to the divine. But the effect of the upasana is inside. And that inside effect of the upasana is called devotion. See? The other day I was in some temple, a very beautiful temple, completely made out of marble. So when we were climbing the steps, we did not do namaskar to the steps, they are steps. Then the pillars, they are also made out of marble. We didn't do namaskar to them. Like that, when we went, and then there was Saraswati Amma's beautiful vigraha. The moment we saw Saraswati Amma, then Yaha Kundendu Tusharahala Dhavala. Actually, it is marble only, is it not? The same marble. One piece has become Saraswati, other piece is a floor. What is the difference? The difference is when we look at ordinary, we discover extraordinary. That ability is called as upasana. And when we discover something extraordinary in the ordinary, our attitude changes. See? Now take example. This happened, this I had told in some of my talks, but it's a very important thing to know. This is a part of upasana. Once we were going to Badrinath, and halfway we had to stop for a break, tea break. And when we were standing, somebody gave me a cup of tea. So I took a cup of tea. And in India, any Mahatma standing, they will come and do namaskar. So we have no choice. Okay, do namaskar. What can you do? So one lady did, second, and there are thousands of them. A big queue. So there was one doctor with me. She was a radiologist, a college professor. She said, Swamiji, so many unknown people are coming and doing namaskar to you. How do you feel? Then I said, wait a minute. I gave the tea to her. I said, please hold for a moment. The next lady who was going to do namaskar, to her I told, hey, stop. She is my mother. I touch her feet. If you do namaskar to me, you will get 1 kilogram of merit. If you do namaskar to my mother, you will get 1 quintal of merit. Now you decide. The whole queue was diverted towards her. I took my cup of tea and went away. And she was nailed. Now she can't go anywhere. Go one after another, one after another. And when we were ready to leave, she was searching me and I was hiding. Finally, she caught hold of me. Swamiji, you are nasty. I said, no, Mama, I am not nasty. You only ask me, how do I feel when unknown people do the namaskar? How did you feel? Be attentive. I say, look here. When we respect somebody, that somebody is not benefited. We come and do namaskar to Amma. Do you think Amma is hungry of our namaskar? Is she benefited? We are benefited. Upasana and the spiritual practice teach us this. Whenever we have respectful attitude in our heart, we are at peace. See? So when we come all the way and stand before the mother, we don't keep on looking at her like this. The moment we come, we close our eyes. We have come all the way, but we know outside Vigraha is Upasana. The result happens inside. And that inside result is called as absolute, undoubting faith in her presence. See, my friends, therefore when we respect anything or anybody, that body is not benefited. We are benefited. See, it is something like this. Suppose I don't know his name. Why suppose I don't know his name? So, when I address him, because I don't know his name, in a very respectful manner, Mahatma Ji, so when I call him, oh respected Mahatma Ji, will I use a bad word? Will I say, Mahatma Ji, ek kas ke lagaunga? It cannot happen. Whenever you respect, your inside psychology completely changes. And this is what is recognition of divine grace. And with that divine grace, men move in the world. Then you will come to know every small little thing that happens in our life, we may know, we may not know. It is for our spiritual evolution. Nothing happens in our life to torture us. It is something like this. We take our dirty clothes and put them in the washing machine. Strong detergent, hot water, high revolution, and we start. And then do we say to the clothes, now suffer, you become dirty, now suffer? No. That treatment is given so that they can be reused. Exactly the same way. All the problems of our life is a process of our purification. And if we are able to get the message through every event of our life as a divine grace, then understand Lord has started descending in us. Be very attentive. A devotee is free from the law of karma. Devotee doesn't fall in the purview of prarabdha karma or sanchita karma or agami karma. A devotee doesn't go to hell and heaven. See how it is possible. Now be attentive. Once one person was driving me in Delhi, and in Delhi, whenever there is a red light, people cross the road. It's a tradition, because Indians, they become charged when they see the red light like a bull and they go through. So when it was a red light, my Amma who was driving, I said, Amma, you are in Delhi, come on, go through, we are getting late. So that poor lady, she drove. And police was standing there. So he stopped. So that Amma looked at me, Swamiji, now? I said, don't worry, I'll talk to him. I said, hey Mahatma Ji, don't punish her. Because of me, she was driving fast. Therefore, what is the fine you tell me, I'll pay you. Don't take from her. He gave me the highest wisdom in my life. He said, "Hey Babaji, do you know? Traffic rules are applied only on the driver, not on the passenger. A devotee, he doesn't drive the vehicle of his life. Jehi vidhi rakhe Ram, tehi vidhi rahi." So anything that happens in the heart of a devotee, in the life of a devotee, he has got only one answer: Hari Ichcha, Hari Ichcha. So when everything is Hari Ichcha, everything is God's will, where is the question of I am successful or I am a failure? Where is the question that I am a sinner or I am a meritorious? Because in front of him or her, I has dissolved like the ice cube dissolves in the water. When the ice cube dissolves in the water, there is no noise. Exactly the same way, the divine grace is our ability to accept and recognize blindly all that happens in our life is exclusively for our spiritual evolution. See, one example I'll tell you. Both of them are no more now. It was one Malayali couple in Bombay. When I met them, he was about 90 and she was about 85, 86. And you can imagine a Malayali talking in Hindi in Bombay. It was a great fun to listen to them. So, when I went to their house, that old man and they were sitting, both of them, their business, huge business. And I said, "Mama, how are the things? How was your life? Tell me something about your whole life." And she started. She said, "This man," she showed her husband, "this man is a Rakshas." Straight away. He is a demon. He has tortured me like hell. He never allowed me to worship any god. He used to say, "You are a Hindu lady. For you, I am your god. Do my puja." In our house, there is not a single picture of any god, Krishna, Rama, Govinda, nothing. And I knew that I have to live with this Rakshas throughout the whole life. There is no question of divorce. See, marriages are meant for life, not life, 7 lives. Why the ladies want the same husband for 7 lives? Because they were trained for so many years now. You don't want to lose the trained husband. Therefore, 7 lives they want. So, then she said, when he was not allowing me to do anything, in the newspaper, if some picture comes, some cinema advertisement, Krishna's or something, I used to cut that and put it in my sari like this. And I was all the time remembering, Krishna is there. Krishna. Nobody knows it. He is there. And then I started planting plants on the top floor, in small pots. And she got the green thumb. Even the plantain could grow in a pot. And slowly, slowly, she told me, "Swamiji, I was talking to Bhagavan Krishna like I am talking to you." And he used to reply to me. And then she changed her topic. She said, "I consider this Rakshas as my guru. Had he not done this, I would have been like other ladies, all the time worried about the grandchildren, about the money, about the jewelry, nothing. When she died, in her almirah, only 5 rupees. She has never put on anything except the Hawaii slipper. And she was a wife of a multimillionaire. And her life was fulfilled. She said, "I have discovered divine grace in all the tortures that I have gone through. Had it not been so, I would have been like all other ladies." You will see most of the old ladies, They have got nothing except complain about the daughter-in-laws. They have no other topic. Constantly. And they don't want to come out of that samsara. See, friends, therefore, do not imagine divine grace means only those things which we like, they happen. That is not divine grace. The real divine grace is anything which will turn our mind towards the God is a divine grace. Be very attentive. Bhagwan Krishna was 89 years old on the battlefield. And Arjun was 86 years old on the battlefield. Arjun was 3 years younger than Bhagwan Krishna. All the wars happen only with the oldies, not with the children. The oldies are responsible for all the mess in the world. And we unnecessarily blame these little kids. So, Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun were together for how many years? And so many years, few decades. But he never asked anything about something higher. Hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakha, calling him singularly. When he came on the battlefield, Bhagwan Krishna thought, this is the deciding factor. Even this time also he has never asked about the truth. When he is going to fulfill his life? So what Bhagwan did, be attentive. Bhagwan himself created a psychological confusion and problem in the mind of Arjuna. Arjuna came on the battlefield with a view to fight the war. And he tells, Senayoyoh madhye ratham sthapaya mechyuta. O Lord, take my chariot between the two armies. I want to see who dares fight with me. Kairmaya sa yodavyam. That arrogance of success and bitterness towards these Kauravas. When he came, Bhagwan thought, this is not the right kind of mind for evolution. Arrogance and bitterness. These two things are the most dangerous enemies in our heart. So Bhagwan thought, what to do now with this fellow? So he created confusion. And what confusion? Now be attentive. He was told to take the chariot between two armies. He had a freedom. Imagine, had he taken the chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, will Arjuna ask any question? He came to fight with them with a bitterness, take revenge. But what Bhagwan Krishna did? Not be in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, but Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashayitan Samavetan Kuruniti. Arjuna, you don't have to fight with the enemies. You have to fight with your Guru. You have to fight with your own grandfather. You have to fight with your own nears and dears. And when he was aware of that, he became totally nonplussed and completely frustrated. See, friends, and thereafter he said, Shishyasteham Shadimam Tampanam. Oh Lord, I am absolutely confused. Kindly guide me. And then the whole Bhagavad Gita tells him, remember, what for you are here. Arjuna was on the battlefield not for mercy, not for philosophy, not for arguments. He was on the battlefield for fighting the war. That he has forgotten. Exactly the same way we have forgotten what for we are in the human form. The same thing, Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunancha. How many lives we have been doing it? Eat, sleep, procreate and protect ourselves. Is there something higher than this or not? See, my friends. And therefore, this confusion which was created in the mind of Arjuna, because of that, Arjuna's mind turned towards something higher.
Therefore, the first chapter is called as Arjun Vishada Yogo Nam. Vishada means tragedy. How can the tragedy be the yoga? Tragedy is yoga if a tragedy turns our mind from the mundane to the divine. See, that Malayali lady story I told you, she was going through bad times, but that she has utilized and turned her mind toward the Lord. That is the purpose of our being born as human being. Otherwise, so many people have come and gone. See, we all know our parents. Some of us know grandparents. Few of us may know grandparents. Beyond that, do we know? Is it necessary? Same thing is going to happen to you and me. But we feel, Konyosti sadrusho maya, who is like me? Friends, before we came in this world, nothing was lacking. When we will leave this world, nothing will be lacking. If you don't trust me, leave and see. Therefore, our presence has no consequence. But we have that arrogance. I will do this, I will do that. The only purpose of our life is spiritual evolution. Everything must wait. Or everything that is being done is guided only towards this goal. If this is achieved, then everything is spiritual practice. If this is not achieved, like Baba Shankara says, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnanavina Sarva Matena Bhajatina Muktim Janma Shatena, it has nothing to do. Therefore, recognize divine grace in every event of our life. Every event will be a reminder of the divine. It is possible, it doesn't cost any special status. Everyone can do it. Haricha, Haricha, Haricha. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.